Alright, so welcome back sa ating live update mga kababayan. So bago natin umpisahan ay antay-antay muna tayo ng ilan pang mga viewers mga kababayan. Kasangga din yung mga kababayan. Nakasanglas si kasangga din yung kababayan kay silaw yung ilaw. Alright, so welcome back mga kabayan. Kasangga din yung tamos pala ilong ko dito sa sunglass mga kababayan. So ang title ng ating live mga kababayan ay Bumilib Sila kay Pbbm. Isa ito sa dinaluhan niyang ASEAN Summit. Oh, grab shout out. Isawa ko, nasa Malaysian siya. Dumalo sa ASEAN Summit si PBBM, mga kababayan. Dumalo siya doon. Isawa ko. Talagang nakipagpulong siya doon sa ASEAN Summit, mga isawa ko. So nandun siya. Sigurado naman bumilib yung mga iba pang kasamahan niya. So ito yung kaganapan, oh. Simula pa dito yan.
Good morning. I have just attended the
Lumilim. Dali lang. Dumilim yung pwesto ko. Pinatayan. Ayan. Klaro na, mga kababayan. Sa mapanood yan, sa RTBM lang talaga mapanood yung mga ginagawa ng ating Pangulo, mga kababayan. Sa kuwanan talaga yan, RTBM. Mga ginagawa ng ating Pangulo, sa talagang sa RTBM nga lang. Jarlene Miraflores. Tawa si Jalin. Jarlene. Ginawa na ata ako dahil naka-sunglass eh.
Urgent and transboundary
Ano?
challenges. My dear colleagues, in 2017, as ASEAN Chair, the Philippines undertook to partner for change and to engage the world.
Dumalo yan sa ASEAN
Since then,
Summit, mga kababayan.
ASEAN has welcomed one additional full dialogue partner, 4 sectoral dialogue partners, 5 developmental partners, and 20 countries which have acceded to the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia.
Oh, lapit natin.
This reflects ASEAN's growing voice, not only in our immediate region, but in the world. ASEAN has always been an outward-looking community, guided and anchored by a common set of values, our love for peace and concern for the welfare of our peoples. Let me thus urge all member states to remember that to meaningfully engage our partners, we must advance these values and interests, sensitive, of course, to our external partners' respective strengths and challenges. Let us therefore continue engaging our partners not merely to expand networks.
Nasa Kuala Lumpur sila, sa mga hindi pa update, mga kababayan. Nasa Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So dumalo yung president natin sa ASEAN Summit.
But to uphold and project the
Yan,
values
so
that
pakinggan
define
natin, mga
ASEAN,
kababayan.
peace, inclusivity, and shared progress. As we support Malaysia's ASEAN chairship in 2025, we stand ready to build on our shared achievements and sustain momentum until 2026. Maraming salamat po. Thank you all.
Yun o. Lapit natin, mga kabayan, para maklaro yan.
Majesty, ASEAN Heads of State and Government, Ministers, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning. It's our distinct honor and privilege to warmly welcome my brothers and sisters, in fact niece, to the 46th ASEAN Summit. We say Selamat Datang. Malaysia is honored to chair ASEAN this year with a special significance, a decade since the establishment of the ASEAN community. At the same time, we'll adopt a forward-looking 20-year vision that necessitates our unwavering commitment and collective resolve. I would like to take note to congratulate Prime Minister Lawrence Wong for the convincing victory in Singapore. Welcome. Otherwise, we'll have a new one. These milestones offer a renewed sense of optimism and confidence for ASEAN, underscored by remarkable resilience against a backdrop of increasingly complex and sobering global developments. Nevertheless, we are thankful for the spirit of centrality and the fraternity among ASEAN member states in being able to come together to forge a common front in dealing with these challenges, including the recent initiative or pronouncement on unilateral tariffs in the United States. As for Myanmar, we have been able to take positive steps within the formation of an informal advisory group for Malaysia, that's ASEAN Chair for 2025. I must thank all leaders for giving this approval for the setting up of this informal group under former time Prime Minister Dr. Thaksin Shinawatra. We met first, of course, His Majesty the Sultan Brunei for his wisdom and most senior member of ASEAN, and follow-up meetings, and the next meeting with former Prime Minister of Cambodia, Samdech Hun Sen. Quiet engagement matters, and this small, and the bridge may be fragile, but as they say, in matters of peace, even a fragile bridge is better than a widening gulf. I strongly believe in the fortitude and staying power of ASEAN to withstand the headwinds and weather the storms of the challenges and uncertainties facing us. In this regard, I must again thank you, the leaders, for your trust, friendship, and excellent relations at the personal level, at the bilateral level, and the ASEAN level. To be able to, for us together, to convene the first ever ASEAN GCC China Summit, which demonstrates our reservoir of goodwill, empowering us to deepen and expand our partnership and to act with strategic clarity. Above all, we must preserve the multilateral system and ensure that the ASEAN GCC China geoeconomic model continues to play a critical role in forging a more inclusive and sustainable future for our region and our people. And as the mandate consensus achieved by the foreign ministers in Langkawi early this year, I have taken the liberty also to write to seek his understanding to organize a US-ASEAN meeting, which means we observe seriously the spirit of centrality. It speaks not only to our aspirations but to our obligations. It is anchored in the conviction that ASEAN's future must rest on the twin pillars of equitable, sustainable growth and enduring resilience. Your Majesty, Excellencies, may I again reiterate my appreciation and thanks to the colleagues. When we embark on a new journey, including having to meet the various forces in Myanmar, hospitality of Prime Minister Paddington, Bangkok, you give me that endorsement. And following that, I give the report informally to all leaders. When we encounter this problem with the tariff, we say proceed with bilateral meetings, but retain the ASEAN consensus, and without exception, all ASEAN leaders give the test approval. I must truly appreciate, and with the coordination of the Secretariat. So I now have the honor to declare the 46th ASEAN Summit officially open. Terima kasih, and as usual, with due respects, we have to ask the media to quickly leave the room. Thank you.
Ayan pa mga kababayan, oh. Himay-himayin natin yan mga kababayan.
Thank you, Excellencies. You may now please take your seats.
Nemia Pacardo, shout out. Hello po, Nemia Pacardo. Ayan si Pbbm mga kababayan. Himay-himayin natin isa-isa to. Ayan, oh, lapit ko. Oh, pero malabo pag ilalapit ko mga kababayan. Ang labo siya.
Alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Well, the way the time's up. Rule. But IPA on the issue of must express our profound thanks and in council increasingly complex
Di ba? Nasa ASEAN Summit eh. Ayan, oh. Usap-usap na sila.
And now we witness the arrival of the heads of government and heads of state of ASEAN, and each leader is being warmly welcomed by the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Dr. Sila at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, and his ceremonial sets the stage for the official signing ceremony of the Kuala Lumpur Declaration on ASEAN 2045 for a shared future, a historic milestone symbolizing unity, shared vision, and cooperation among the state members.
Kuala Lumpur Declaration on ASEAN 2045, our shared future. The movement itself signifies renewed promise for all of us to ensure that ASEAN remains ready for the future, resilient to any challenges that is happening, and extremely responsive to the needs of the nation in the decades to come. This moment itself will mark a significant milestone in the journey of ASEAN, a reaffirmation to all of our region's shared mission for peaceful, resilient, and inclusive community over the next 2 decades.
Gather heads of government and states from all 10 ASEAN member countries, providing a platform.
Now each leader standing before us represents a sovereign nation, each with its own language, culture, and traditions. Yet together, they form a united community, one that continues to thrive to cooperation, mutual respect as a milestone marking a new era of purpose and partnership in the Southeast Asia's continuing journey. Ladies and gentlemen, the ASEAN heads of state and government united,
Announcing new arrivals.
a shared commitment to one vision, one identity, and one community.
And now the ASEAN heads of state and government are making their way into the plenary hall. And this moment signals the beginning of the formal segment of the signing ceremony.
This very day and in this very city, we launched the ASEAN Community Vision 2025. That moment reaffirmed ASEAN's role as an anchor of stability and a rising center of economic gravity. But today, international order is unsettled. Geopolitical tensions, economic fragmentation, climate and technological disruption are testing the bonds between nations. Yet these same technologies carry risks. Left unmanaged, they may deepen inequality, displace livelihoods, and outspace our roots. We must not only embrace innovation, we must learn to govern it together and with care. The future we seek must rest on foundations of sustainability and inclusion. ASEAN's integration must be genuinely people-centered. That means closing development gaps, raising the standards of living, and investing in the human spirit and potential of all our citizens. This shared blueprint gives shape to that belief. It is a vision anchored in realism, animated by resolve, and made possible by trust. And as we turn this page, we renew our promise to our peoples, to our region, and to the generations yet to rise. Let us move forward with clarity in our vision, steadiness in our purpose, and unity in our will to build the ASEAN we owe to future generations. Thank you. Terima kasih. Maraming salamat.
Thank you,
Thank
makasih.
you, Minister, for the
Ah,
remarks. May I now invite all the ASEAN leaders to join the Prime Minister of Malaysia and Chair of ASEAN 2025
the
on
Prime
stage
Minister
to
of
proceed
Malaysia pala
with
ito
the
mga
signing
kababayan.
ceremony. Alright, we would like to invite Your Majesty, Excellencies, to the signing table to resume with the signing ceremony.
Mahaba pa ito mga kababayan. The Sultan of Brunei Darussalam. His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Indonesia. His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Lao People's Democratic Republic. His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Singapore. Singapore.
Her Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Thailand.
Ganda ng Thailand, no? Prime Minister.
His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. And His Excellency, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Republic of the Union of Myanmar. Thank you, Your Majesty and Excellencies. May I now invite the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia to kindly proceed to the front and center. 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Thank you, Your Majesty and Excellencies. You're kindly invited to return to your seats.
With the adoption of ASEAN 2045, our shared future. ASEAN Vision 2045.
Hey! Stop!
Structural bodies to entities. Now, why does it adopt a 20-year vision? It's a roadmap providing a clear direction for strategic planning and decision-making for all the House of States. And it helps to prioritize initiatives and allocate resources effectively, ensuring that all the initiatives are coherent toward the future aspirations for all of us. An impressive long-term vision providing a benchmark for assessing progress and encourages proactive thinking about potential challenges and opportunities for the ASEAN region. The community of ASEAN continues to be an evolving process with a 20-year vision providing ASEAN member states with ample time and adaptability, with the goals as outlined in the vision. With a long-term vision, contributes to sustainable outcomes, ensuring long-lasting impacts for future generations. We're looking at our head of states, to government officials, welcoming into the hall. ASEAN is mindful that the evolving global environment as well
Kape
as
muna tayo, kape.
the impacts and
Dali lang,
opportunities
bye.
of existing and future
Pakinggan natin, magkape lang muna tayo.
will definitely continue to acquire effective and innovative responses. It recognizes that there is a need to strengthen the capacity and effectiveness in order to consolidate the ASEAN community as a whole. Through a peaceful, stable, and secure region based on the fundamental principles that is being governed by the ASEAN Charter, the UN Charter, and international law, including the international humanitarian law subscribed to by the ASEAN member states. Peace with all of us. The community that sustains reinforces its centrality through ASEAN-led mechanisms and other relevant platforms, leveraging the strengths in the peaceful conduct of relations among all states, and forging new and potential partnerships with each other, ensuring substantive and mutually beneficial relations. This is a community that is able to project ASEAN position on regional to global issues. We're expecting to witness that ASEAN remains a primary driving force in overall shaping the regional architecture and contributes towards a rules-based international order amidst all of the geopolitical tensions and revolvers. As all members is looking into as a contributor on the maintenance of international peace and security, upholding the rules-based multilateral system and international law, upholding the rights of every single one of us. And in Southeast Asia, especially in Malaysia, there is a zone of peace, freedom, and neutrality. We are free of nuclear weapons and all other weapons of mass destruction. We're showing commitment to maintaining and promoting peace, a full respect for legal action law. For all of the delegates, globally compassionate, we aspire for ASEAN. This is ASEAN, a community with strong and
Your Majesty, first would like to propose. And are there any BIMP-EAGA summit? The first order of business is the agenda, which I know has been circulated. And are there any additions, amendments
Ayan si
that
President
any of the
Bongbong
other
Marcos,
members
mga
would like
kababayan.
to propose? Well, the chair hears none, so we adopt the agenda as it has been circulated. Your Majesty, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and pleasure that I welcome you to the 16th BIMP-EAGA Summit. This year's summit holds a special significance as we mark 8 years of quite remarkable progress since the adoption of our Vision 2025. Since 2017, our cooperation has deepened, our partnerships have delivered tangible benefits for our peoples. Together, we have laid down stronger foundations for inclusive, sustainable, and innovation-driven growth. Our joint initiatives in connectivity, trade, and investment facilitation, food and energy security, ecotourism, and green development have advanced significantly, reinforcing our commitment to narrowing the development gap in our sub-region. As we convene today, let us take this opportunity to not only celebrate these milestones, but to also affirm our shared vision for a more integrated, prosperous, and resilient BIMP-EAGA. The path ahead calls for even greater synergy, innovation, and political will. I am confident that through our cooperation, we will continue to transform these aspirations that we have held into lasting impact for our peoples. Thank you, and I look forward to a productive summit. To set the tone of our meeting today, I would like to invite all of us to watch the short video presentation on the 30th anniversary of the BIMP-EAGA Sub-Regional Economic Cooperation.
Nations in Southeast Asia, bonded by a shared history and cultural heritage, embarked on an initiative to boost centuries-old trade ties and promote inclusive and sustainable development. Brunei Darussalam, Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines created the East ASEAN Growth Area, BIMP-EAGA, to boost growth in remote and less developed areas that are far from national capitals, yet strategically close to each other. After 3 decades of cooperation, BIMP-EAGA has made notable progress in the face of many challenges. It has played a strategic role as a building block of ASEAN integration and community building. Insights from years of experience have shaped BIMP-EAGA's cooperation strategy and strengthened project preparation and implementation. Under Vision 2025, BIMP-EAGA is becoming more resilient, inclusive, sustainable, and economically competitive, and is focused on narrowing development gaps by improving connectivity among member countries, advancing green manufacturing, developing competitive, climate-resilient agro-industry and fisheries, and promoting sustainable and connected multi-country tourism destinations. BIMP-EAGA is also enhancing people-to-people connectivity and knowledge sharing through cultural exchanges and cooperation in education and human resource development. Despite emerging challenges, BIMP-EAGA continues to ease the movement of people, goods, and services across borders, and to actively promote private sector-led growth. The implementation of priority infrastructure projects remains firmly on track, with 217 projects as of May 2025, up from 57 in 2017. Flagship projects include the Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Bridge, Balang Island Bridge, Sapalar Bay Container Port, and Pangil Bay Bridge.
Pangil Bay Bridge.
Backed by strong macroeconomic fundamentals, BIMP-EAGA is making meaningful progress toward a resilient and sustainable future, and is charting new pathways beyond 2025. BIMP-EAGA is expanding and reconfiguring economic corridors to take full advantage of emerging economic opportunities. BIMP-EAGA countries are taking an active role in ASEAN's just and inclusive transition to low-carbon growth through such initiatives as the Brunei Darussalam Indonesia Malaysia Philippines Power Integration Project. The last 30 years have been a challenging but rewarding journey. BIMP-EAGA will continue to embrace cooperation, rise to new challenges, and advance toward a bright future.
Thank you very much. Global stability. And the summit paved the way for increased bilateral trade and investment flows, strategic collaboration in sectors like energy, infrastructure, digital economy, and green technology, support for halal industry, logistics, and supply chain resilience. With the GCC's capital and energy expertise and ASEAN industrial and market strengths, this partnership is economically transformative.
And what makes ASEAN a beacon on the world stage is not just its economic strength or strategic position, it's the cultural richness, where each nation brings its own stories, heritage, languages, to traditions that span centuries. This is a celebration of identity, a reminder that traditional music, theme, not only enhance
Here remains poised with anticipation for stability.
erect genuine bonds of trust in the Southeast Asia.
Reinforcing mutual, facilitating deeper cooperation, and officials alike.
السلام عليكم
To pave the way for tangible initiatives.
تفرض أنماطا الآسيوية
Shukran for the president. Will launch investment pipelines
Very evolving in
order.
ASEAN and beyond.
Reflects the growing synergy friendly, trust.
At kaugnay niya, nakakuha ang Pilipinas ng malaking suporta sa pagpapaunlad ng bansa, particular na sa Mindanao. Ito ay sa itinaos na 16th BIMP-EAGA Summit na pinangunahan ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Mula sa Malaysia, alamin natin ang sentro ng balita kay Kenneth Pasyente Lai.
Yes, Aljo, sa ikalawang araw ng nagpapatuloy na 46 ASEAN Summit dito pa rin sa Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung aktibidad ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Katunayan, isang summit yung kanyang pinangunahan kaninang umaga. Ang Pangulo ang nagsilbing chairman ng 16th Brunei Darussalam Indonesia Malaysia Philippines East ASEAN Growth Area o BIMP-EAGA Summit. Isang Regional Economic Cooperation Initiative ito na naglalayong pabilisin ang socio-economic development lalo na sa mga marginalized at malalayong lugar sa mga bansang kasapi nito. Sa kanyang opening statement, binigyang diin ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. ang mga bansang kasapi lalo na sa connectivity, trade, investment, maging sa food security.
As we convene today, let us take this opportunity to not only celebrate these milestones, but to also affirm our shared vision for a more integrated, prosperous, and resilient BIMP-EAGA. The path ahead calls for even greater synergy, innovation, and political will. I am confident that through our cooperation, we will continue to transform these aspirations that we have held into lasting impact for our peoples.
Kasama ng Pangulo sa summit, sina Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo, Communications Secretary J. Ruiz at Mindanao Development Authority Tereso Magno. Para sa Minda, malaking bagay ang BIMP-EAGA lalo na sa pag-unlad ng Mindanao. Katunayan, ibinahagi ng ADB na magbibigay ito ng loan sa Pilipinas na nagkakahalaga ng $400 million. Suporta raw ito sa marine ecosystem at blue economy ng bansa na nakapaloob sa National Adaptation Plan ng Pilipinas.
The value that the President and this administration gives to the development of Mindanao, to the development of underdeveloped and remote areas in the country.
$400 million
Sila ng ilang
funding
meeting
para
sa
sa
sideline ng
bansang
summit para
miyembro ng
makakuha ng mga magiging katuwang
BIMP-EAGA.
sa pagpapaunlad ng Mindanao.
Ang Mindanao na naman mga kaubayan ang kaunlarin.
Promise. Diba, nasasabi nga, yun ang pangarap
Kasi puro building na sa Maynila eh.
Lugar ng pangako. Sana maging lugar ng katuparan at lugar ng kaganapan na.
Oo.
Sa pakikibahagi naman ng Pangulo sa ASEAN Gulf Cooperation Council o
Sinunduhan na naman
GCC
ang
Summit,
$400
pinarating
million.
ng Pangulo ang kanyang concern sa kasalukuyang sitwasyon sa Gaza ng military operations ng
Dahil sa
Israel.
Mindanao na
Kaya
naman
hinimok
yung
niya ang
mga
mga
building.
bahagi ng sitwasyong ito na sumunod sa international law para maprotektahan ang mga kababaihan, lalo na ang mga kabataan. Nabanggit din ng Pangulo ang freedom of navigation sa karagatan.
South China Sea and the Arabian Sea cover vital seaways that serve as lifelines to regional and international commerce in both our regions. As such, it is necessary to provide freedom of navigation to guarantee unimpeded commerce and to protect the marine environment through compliance with established international law, specifically UNCLOS.
Aljo, nagkaroon din ng bilateral meeting si Pangulong Marcos Jr. kasama ang Prime Minister ng Cambodia, pero iniintay pa natin kung ano yung mga detalye ng kanilang napag-usapan. At mamayang hapon nga, Aljo, ay magkakaroon
Kape muna tayo mga kabayan, kape. Minura ako ni ko na. Merlito Mirabil. Shout out sa inyo dyan mga kababayan. Wala na, tapos na mga kababayan. Coffee na lang tayo. So grabe talaga no mga kababayan. Talagang dumalo naman talaga si President Bongbong Marcos sa ASEAN Summit. At siya raw naman hindi bumilib yung ating mga kababayan sa ginawa ni President Bongbong Marcos. $400 million ang itinulong ng ASEAN Summit mga kababayan para sa punduhan yung Mindanao. Maganda na, puro naman sa Mindanao yung negosyo, hindi puro sa Maynila mga kababayan. Para yung mga taga Mindanao hindi na tumatawid ng Maynila. Ha? Libre naman. Libre na naman ulam guys.
Bumili si Gia. Titig ah.
Bumili.
Ha?
Bumili siya.
Bumili siya? Kumain ng
Kumain pala.